Welcome to another edition of Henning Pauli, which is me, shows you pedals which are there. Right there. No, that's not what this is called. I don't even know what this series is called. Testing? Am I testing? I think I'm testing. I'm also having fun. Today we're looking at the Dr. J Aerolite, which I think is a very cool name. They really mess up with names regularly. Aerolite, kinda cool. Compressor, very cool royal blue box. And a compressor that gives you a lot of options. We're gonna go into it. Fender Strat Plus. Can you see that? Strat Plus, nice locking tuners. Nordstrand custom pickups. Go to Nordstrand pickups or nordstrandguitars.com. Quenzel Custom Electronics. It's a decent Strat. It's not like, wow, what a Strat, but it's decent. What sweetens the deal on the demo is the brand new Fender PRS SE20 amp, which really gives you that Fender blackfacey sound. Let me demonstrate. That's how you want your clean sound to be. The amp delivers, but you can't really put a guitar with a lot of output in front of it, so this guitar is perfect. It's going into a Fender Hot Rod 50 cab, which is pretty much a Fender Hot Rod 50 combo, just with the amp part taken out, which is in an isolation cabinet down in the basement, mic'd with the Sennheiser E606 microphone, going into a Universal Audio 710D preamp, set to solid state, so no other tube comes into the game. So, what do we have here? We've got a compressor. What is a compressor? I know I dumb these videos down a bit because they're newbies, okay? What if they don't know? And a compressor is difficult to understand. So let me put it this way. You got a really loud signal. Now, your difference between the loud and the soft stuff is hard to handle. You want your stuff to really pop out, but the quiet stuff really doesn't come out. So what the compressor does is it limits the loud part of your signal. It says, okay, as soon as your signal gets over a certain volume, I'm going to do the following. I'm going to not increase it just like it's increasing. I'm going to increase it, let's say 2-to-1, which is a ratio. I'm going to increase for every 2 decibels that you give me, I'm going to only give out 1 decibel. So you give me 4 decibels in, I only give 2 out. So I'm reducing the dynamic range. A 10-to-1 would be, you give me 10 decibels in, I only give 1 out. You give me 20 decibels in, I only give 2 out. So you're reducing the level, not limiting it, you're just reducing it by a certain ratio. That is the ratio setting on a compressor. Now, at what point, so all the quiet stuff, nothing happens, and then all of a sudden a loud signal comes in. At what point the compressor acts and does anything at all is called the threshold. And at that threshold, it starts to compress. Now, if all your loud stuff has been made softer, okay, what you can do is you take the whole signal, including all the quiet stuff, and the stuff that now isn't quite as loud anymore, and you're going to raise it up in level. Oh, I am recording. I was like, well, am I not recording? Sorry. Where was I? So you're gonna take all this stuff and you're gonna crank up the volume of everything. And therefore all your quiet stuff now is louder. All your really loud stuff isn't too loud anymore. And you've reduced the overall level of everything, but you raised it up, and that's called makeup gain or your normal level control. In this case, it's called output. Right there. So the result is that even your quiet signals will be audible. It also means this. Now my sustain, this is a Strat, it doesn't have a lot of sustain. My sustain, meaning how long the note stays there, is going away rather quickly, or this way. So if I reduce my attack, my loud part, and raise everything up, then of course all the stuff that was way too quiet to hear it will come up, so it's going to sound as if your guitar has more sustain, when in reality it doesn't. A compressor is good for a lot of things. Now, do you still want your attack, your nice smack when you play it? If your compressor acts immediately once it reaches the threshold, which is usually on the transient, meaning the attack part of your signal, then you have the problem of losing that attack. And that's why a good compressor has an attack knob, meaning you can say how long it takes before it acts after it has reached the threshold. Not too easy to understand. Demoing a compressor as a guitar pedal is also not too easy, because you feel it a lot more than you hear it. This can be drastic, so you can definitely hear the results. And I'm going to show you. You have an input knob, which is very nice. You can actually adjust it to different input volumes, different guitar settings. We're gonna go on low. And here's the mix button. So having a mix control is actually what is called New York style compression or parallel compression. So you have your original signal in there, and you mix the compressed signal, which might be nice and attacky, nice and planky. You mix it in there. And the Aerolite from Dr. J gives you that capability. Very nice. So, gonna put the mix on 50-50. Attack, compression in the middle. So, bass is gone, more attack, more high end. More attack, it's brighter. Volume I have adjusted. Pretty nice. I'm gonna crank up the mix control so we only hear the compressed signal. I'm gonna play some nice arpeggiated chords. They come out very nice. Attack down. Attack up. Very nice, very effective. Now if I crank up the input, it is going to be more audible. So I'm gonna go to mid. Very nice. Gotta change my battery. So, we're on the mid input setting now. I'm gonna really crank it and go to high input. Gonna try to play softly now. Still possible. Compression is on noon, so I'm gonna crank up the compression. I really have no difference in volume anymore. Might be nice. Get some of the original signal in there. What am I doing? It's a very flexible compression pedal, and we will try to... Wow, hello. I'm gonna try to play over a little track, see what it sounds like in context. How about this? See how thick the notes get? Very nice box. It's around $100, maybe 110. I didn't look it up. Something around that, where I think as a compressor, it is very flexible. It's got the mix control. It's got the 3 switchy thingy-rooney for the input level. It's got an attack knob. It's a rather smile. It's a rather small size, so it won't use up too much of your pedal board space. It's got true bypass, cool color, and it's affordable. I'm a fan of the Aerolite compressor from Dr. J. It is my third compressor now, and I gotta say, so far, my favorite. If that means anything to you, I don't know. I'm going. Bye-bye.